Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, welcome. I'm pretty bored at the moment, so I thought, you know what, I thought I'd take a look at the actual mod that Paradigm Blue's using, and many of us are actually started to use at the moment, which is Focus Pacific, I think it is, or Pacific Focus. I think it's Focus Pacific. I'm gonna take a look at it. Do a little bit of a look around. I've not really opened it up beforehand. I've checked if that was working, and by working I mean just it opened. I've not done anything with really. I'm kind of interested just to see what the differences are. It is a rather bold thing, isn't it, to actually change the historical order of battle. Of course, that does change a great deal of options. It adds so many options to the repertoires of both the Japanese and Allied players. And we also have a new map mod. It's not one I installed, it's just one that came with it, which is nice. I don't mind it. I think it's the one that THG uses, actually, but I'm not entirely sure. It's been a long time, actually, since he has, asked me about the map mod, so I don't know what he's using. Okay. So this would be a December 7th start. I'm telling you what, it's strange. I'm having to get used to the actual mapping so bright. But we'll go ahead, we'll take a look. So probably a good way to start things off and is looking at the actual carrier capabilities, I suppose, of Japan. Okay, so Kaga, Hiru, Soru. So Hiru's the new one, I believe. Yeah, Hiru seems new. Forgive the actual animations, so it's because playing windowed. Shokaku, Zuikaku, Akagi, Hosho, Chiho. That's a new one. Oh, Hosho! Oh, Hosho! You're a big beefy boy now. Big beefy boy. Ah, okay, so there's a couple of new characters here. Quite a few new characters, actually. And Ryujo, still Ryujo. Zuiho is still Zuiho. Mizuho is... Oh, okay, so we have a Chitose class conversion to begin with. That's intriguing. Yeah, okay, so Chitose, Chiyoda, Ryukaku. Another conversion there. Kinru, okay. That's interesting then. So we have a couple different carriers here then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fleet carriers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And light carriers of varying capabilities, really. But I mean, 48 to 45, that's not bad. 29 knots, not bad. Endurance is okay. Oh god, there. 27 torpedoes, 240 sorties, not bad. Compare that to Zuiho. Okay, so they do actually have more torpedo sorties. That's intriguing then. Okay. 15 Nautas then. Yeah, much the same. Slightly higher top speed. And let's see, Maneuver 32. 372 anti-air. 28 312. And 34 for 438, sorry. Okay. Interesting. Variety A6M2. We do have the B5RK. That's a new one. Oh, yeah, reconnaissance. That's cool. Haha, I like that. That's really cool. Ooh. I like new things. New things are always cool. I'm liking this. Let's take a look at the little dream that it is then. So it's a B5N2K essentially, but it looks to be just a reconnaissance variant. So it doesn't carry torpedoes, even though its picture just carry a torpedo. So I imagine that's just a stock image there. So reconnaissance, 159 mile per hour, cruise, 229. It's got a pretty admirable amount of range there, actually. Not bad. Not bad. And it fills in a spot that the Japanese don't have to begin with. Which is rather intriguing. Okay. Hiru then, much the same. Soru. That's a large A6M2 group there, isn't it? Yeah, that is actually rather intriguing. This actually fixes one of the... Well, I say fixes. Obviously, this actually helps to deviate from Japanese carrier doctrine. I don't know if it was actually part of their official doctrine. Then again, it was more so... I believe the carrier doctrine at the time for Japan... I mean, I could be completely wrong. It's been a long time since I've read anything about it, really. Something I should look into. You'd imagine I would do, but I'm just... terribly lazy. I think it was supposedly that the Japanese would have their escorts actually perform the naval search for them, identify targets for them, essentially. But that's interesting. It addresses quite an interesting facet regarding the Japanese charactermen. It's quite a good deal more there. Tayo Kasagi. Tsukikyo. Karasu. Shiju Kara. Hato. Tsukuba. Aki. Satsuma. Hizan. Iki. Iwami. Liking it. Oh, go on here then. KO class. Haha. I like these. I'm liking them, you know. This is pretty cool. Amphibious, intriguing. Okay, so that's the task force. So, let's in. Yeah, all of them. Well, I say all of them. Most of them actually carrying exit system to zeros, or could I be wrong there? These guys are carrying zeros. Okay. That's a significant amount of additional CVEs and CVs in general. Oh, wow. Oh, we got battle cruisers. Yes. Big fan of those guys. So, Yashima. Oh. That's a Yamato. Okay. I mean, that's interesting, isn't it, to have so early on? I'm quite a fan. Quite a fan already, actually. Interesting. As we have the Kongo class over here, then, so we have Kongo, Haruna, Hiei, Kirishima. So we have a Nagato class of Nagato and Mutsu. Oh, we have quite a few Yamato class. Wow. Wowee. Yeah, Musashi, Yamato, and Yashima. I'm really quite. That's actually quite awesome. That's actually really kind of awesome. Just have it free. I mean, not just the fact that you have the Yamato in, like, the actual starting date, but to have the third Yamato. That's pretty cool there. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I'd love it. Can you imagine if there was like some sort of carrier conversion? That would be amazing. Unfortunately, there isn't, but one may dream. I wonder if they have their historical upgrades then. Without actually having really used them in a proper game, I can't say whether these are the historical upgrades, but they certainly look to be quite juicy, juicy and tasty upgrades. Okay, that's cool. Let's take a look at the actual battle cruisers then. I'm quite intrigued here. Big fan of battle cruisers. So we have the Imagi class. Oh, those are very interesting. I can imagine this would be really rather exciting. Just the amount of new options available is rather intriguing. So we have the 40cm guns there. I mean, those are what, the same guns as the Nagato class? With the 14cm guns there. Respectable, I suppose, AA for the Japanese. I mean, these 25s are useless. The 12.7s are probably the best thing you're going to get. Maneuver's not bad. Carries 4 aircraft. Not bad, not bad. So we have additional Imagi. Okay, so we have 3 Imagi class. You are carrying... Obviously, you do have capacity, but it's only the Ishitaka that is carrying Jegs here. Good to see the Jegs. And what do we have here then? The Yashiro class. So, these look quite similar to Kongo's, actually. 29 knot speed. And it does raise a question, actually. So, 200, 130, 250. 200, 130, 250. We've got the 36cm guns there. 36 front and rear. Okay. We have the 15cm secondaries there. That's a very high cruise speed. I can't immediately spot the difference off the top of the band. It looks like they do have some additional AA, in fact. They do have the 12.7s here, as well as the 15cm. Those are singles, actually. Right, those are still singles. No, singles, actually, no, they still have. Okay. Yeah, the additions are the 13.2 it looks like. 12.7s. You have the 12.7s, but you don't have the 13.2s. Interesting. And you do have a lower cruise speed. That's actually rather interesting, but I do wonder what the difference is there, really. I'd have to take a closer look at them and actually see what differences there are. A little bit hard to spot. I mean, we do see a higher capacity there. They look to have the same armament, roughly. I wonder if there's a difference of durability, I wonder. So we have a Fuso class, we have Ano. Ayano. Aino. Aino. Hyuga. Okay. Yamashiro. Fuso, Matsu, and Nagato. Right, okay. Couple new cruisers here, the Oyoda. Oh. Very nice. It's a shame that these 15.5 guns are not dual purpose. That would be very nice, but hey. It's still got some dual purpose. So we'll sort this by actual type then. So we have the Tone Chikuma. Okay. Takeo. So we have a Takeo class. Or Takeo class. Mayoko. What is this? The Mogamis, of course. Ayoba class, Veritaka class. Okay, it looks like we actually do have some additional ones here. Awati. Yeah, it looks like there's some additional Mogamis, in fact. Ayoba. Oh, we do have the Veritaka class, okay. Keiko. And then additional Mogamis. And these guys look to be different. Oh no, these are additional Tone class. Love the Tone. More Mogamis. That's a lot of heavy cruisers there. That's quite a considerably larger number of them. Oh, Kotori! Oh! Akitakame! Nice! Kishima. Oh, wow. Agano. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, there's quite a few more light cruisers here. That's nice. Let's take a look at the destroyers then. Let's sort by endurance. That's usually a good way to actually discover which is the Hatsuru. Hatsuharu. I'm liking that. 6,000 endurance is pretty damn respectable. Okay. I'd imagine we'd probably work into the Kagero class. Yep, there we go. So these will be the Fubukis. And it looks like they begin out upgraded. They move into torpedo boats here. So yeah, wow. Fubuki 1's okay. That's a lot of Fubukis. That's a lot of pretty damn impressive destroyers then. We do seem to have a larger destroyer fleet as far as I can tell. Destroyer escorts, non-APDs. Look at these bad boys. Ah, I love these guys. Oh, that's a new type. As far as I'm aware, I've not seen that one before. Oh, wow. 400 troop capacity. That is actually quite remarkable. I mean, that's back in a 12.7 dual-purpose gun there. 2 of those bad boys. That's pretty nice. Okay, I do admire that troop capacity. I do like that. And the Mome class. The Momi. I'm liking it. Yeah, there's far more here to begin with. APs, right, yep. I'd imagine these ones are probably more or less historical. AKs. Usanesses. I mean, this is one of those things we'd have to go through it in detail to really see what the differences are. I don't imagine the Merchant Marine has been overhauled that radically. Maybe a couple additions. Okay, so we've seen plenty of fast oilers there. Yeah, we're seeing quite a good number of those bad boys. Okay. Right, they can be converted, of course. These are the Tonan Whalers. So I don't recall how many you actually begin with in the base game. It could be 2, but I might be wrong there, to be honest. Well, we seem to have a couple more Tonan Whaler class there. Plenty of these smaller classes, which is nice. Now, submarines will be rather intriguing then. Okay. It's quite a... Wow. C1 class there. It appears that there's more submarines with actual... I think that's the German. Yeah, I think that's a German class of submarine there. It's quite amusing actually, isn't it? Because they look quite small now, don't they? But they appear to have radar. Yeah, I mean, you compare them to our own here. I mean, that's... This bad boy, the J3. Yeah, you can see it's 2,200 tons there. That's a large boy. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually, that we do begin with some German submarines out here, then, in the Indian Ocean. Wow. Some rowboats there. Okay. Midget subs over here, then. We have some midget subs in Yokohama, Yokosuka. Midget subs on the D-Day attack. Auxiliaries, okay. And the big one's going to be, are there more AKEs there, really? It looks like a lot more AMCs, perhaps. We have more auxiliary repair docks. Wow, okay, yeah. That's plenty more auxiliary repair docks. Holy moly. So we've got Truck Sapporo, Osaka, Kyoto, Port Arthur, Cameron, Bay, and Truck. That's interesting. And you can actually move these guys. I mean, that'd be rather fun actually moving them around. I mean, they have, of course, floating docks, so yeah, you can move them around. The Halikashi and the Yamabiko. Still Gajina, though. But yeah, additional floating docks is actually really rather interesting. And these guys can only handle 3k tons, but that's not bad. You could use them for quite a lot of actual assets there. Not really in the know regarding mine. Patrols, looks potentially like more escorts. Landing ships, yeah, wow. Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot more in the way of landing ship. Jesus. I mean, this bad boy is actually aircraft capable as well, so that's really quite impressive. I'm pretty impressed there, pretty impressed. Landing craft. Nothing. Okay, wow. So that's actually really quite interesting than just even going through the naval order of battle there, really. Just once available, I suppose you could take really look at ours. So we do have mostly historical deployments in the case of subs. Yeah, you're down here. We do see more French forces out here at Wallis Island. We do see an increased garrison in New Caledonia, it looks like. Even over here at Raphael. Okay. Looking fairly normal there in the New Guinea area. Yeah, the typical bases over there, typical garrisons. Obviously, we can't get details. We might have missed some, of course. Singapore over here, then. Yeah, typical deployments there. The initial subs, which is interesting, then. Okay. I do wonder where the majority of the actual subs are deployed, then. The new ones, that is. Because we do have an invasions over here. We do see French forces over here, actually. And wow, look at that. Repair shipyard, aircraft factory, oil refinery, heavy industry. So that's had a significant improvement in terms of actual capabilities there. That's interesting. I imagine that would change the game in China. That's pretty intriguing, actually. I'd imagine that Japan's had a boost of industry. I mean, what we can do here then is list all bases, show resource data. So we'll go with oil. So we see 800,000 units there. 922,000 units. It would be one to actually compare, contrast really. It has been a few turns now since I've seen a turn 1 actually, so it's hard to say whether there is more here categorically. But we can definitely see that there's more in terms of actual naval power. Now in terms of actual air power, let's take a look. Yeah. That's a lot more in the way of actual zeros there, wow. And these are the land-based zeros. I suppose it makes sense. I mean, this is it. We do see a large number of zeros even in the homeland. We see zeros out here at Tinian. They're actually set to sweep, which is interesting. Sweep in Guam. And if you need... that is a lot of aircraft. Yep. Okay, I'm pretty jealous. Pretty jealous. That's a lot of air power. That's, and that's a total of 1,400 aircraft there. For just the Imperial Japanese Navy Air Wing. And that's on the ground. So we'll take a look at for the actual Imperial Army. So we've seen about a total of 192. Okay, still impressive. We've seen obviously plenty of nades out here. Obviously that could be expanded. We've seen a large, wow, that's a squadron of 36. That's a lot of Tojos. That's a lot of Tojos. I've seen plenty of Oscars there, 1Cs, 1Bs, and the 1Cs obviously being the good ones there. 1Bs are okay, but obviously you'd rather have more 1Cs, but that's a fair old amount of 1Cs there. Cool. We'll take a look then elsewhere. No fighter bombers, no night fighters, no dive bombers. We do have bombers, but we'll take a look. No heavy bomber. Light bomber then, so we're seeing obviously more Ki-48, small Ki-21, 2As and 1As. Sorry, 1Cs. Take a look at the Imperial Japanese Navy. Yeah, that's a lot more G4s. That's a hell of a lot more G4s. Now, naval strike's interesting. Light bombers. Yeah. I can't say whether there's more or less there. I'd imagine it's probably more. Attack bombers. Reconnaissance is obviously a big one. Yeah, plenty of Dinos. Plenty of Babs there, looking nice. Transportation aircraft. And that does seem like there are more of them. It looks that way. That's, yeah, we have another squadron of H6Ks. The H6K2s. The L's there. That's nice. A couple more of those bad boys are always a very good thing to have. Patrols, yes. That's crazy town. That's a lot of H6K4s. That's a lot. Yeah, float planes. Not that many Jakes, but at least we actually do have some Jakes. Obviously, this is land-based. Okay, float fighters. None right now. Torpedo bombers, then so we've seen the B5M1 Kates, B5M1 Mabels, B4Y1 Jeans. And none over here for the Japanese one, of course, the Imperial Japanese Army. I mean, that's actually quite considerable, then. That's a very considerable amount of air power there. Now, there are new airframes. What I'm going to do then is take a look at speed and probably work down, I think. Okay, so we have the rockets there. That's new. That's a fast old bird. 420mm cannons there. Yeah, surge rated 2. Wow, that's pretty nice. that is actually pretty nice there. The bomb, sorry, the rob is actually quite nice. AKI 94-2. It's got the 30mm cannons there. Okay, KI 95. 438, a camera. So that's a reconnaissance variant there of the KI-83. Still love the KI-83. Obviously, it's been overshadowed by some other airframes in terms of speed, but it's still a very strong contender there. That range is still outrageously good. KI-64-1. Kika. Yeah, we're seeing some really nice stuff here. Mert. 2D Tojo. 84R. Okay, well what we'll do here then is sort. And we'll sort by type then. So B7A2 Grace. I can't recall if that is one we are aware of normally. D1A2, D3A1, D3A2. D3A2. I don't think that's one we normally get. Yep, IGN D5Y1 Myojo. An 800-pound bomb there is rather impressive. D4Y1. Okay. E16A Paul, right. It's a dive bomber there. Float dive bomber. That's interesting. We have a KI-48 2B Lily. Interestingly, a dive bomber for the Imperial Japanese Army. Carrying their 200 pounds of bombs. That's interesting. It is armoured. KI-48 2C Lily. So we have an A6M4. Look at that bad boy. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm liking the camouflage there. Okay. For a second there I was expecting it to be carrier capable. S1A1 Denko. That's pretty intriguing there. That's a fighter. Pretty quick. 37mm cannon there. Accuracy's not exactly great. Range ain't bad. Speed's pretty good. I don't know about that big 37 though. It would hit like a truck. Well, it'd hit like a tank. Definitely would hit like a tank. KI-46 Dinar. Liking that range. A 37mm cannon as well. Fighter. Huh. Interesting. That looks nice. Cool. KI-83 obviously we saw earlier. And we have a KI-84A, B, and then R. 93-1A. 57 there. Okay. KI-79. 93. Right. So these are fighter bombers then, okay. Yeah, just something about float fighters. I mean, they can be useful, of course. They do have their place, I suppose. We've got the Rex over here. 20mm cannon's not bad at all, really. It's got some speed. It's not exactly fantastic. We have an Arado. I was almost hoping it would be the German one then. But unfortunately not. G8N1. That is a Japanese heavy bomber. That's actually fairly nice bomb load there. 2,250 pound bombs. Impressive. Actually fairly impressive. Range is pretty good. That's pretty good. That's nice. It's available quite late on. It's a very high service rating. I don't know really what you're going to be doing with it at that point there, but you better hope that you have control of the skies. But I mean, that's impressive. It's a Japanese heavy bomber, yeah. What do we have here then? Indeed. You'd really have to take a look at when they're available from to even be able to have any idea of what use they could be. That looks like it's actually potentially available fairly early on there. That's interesting. I do wonder how that could change things there, the G5N2 Liz. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, that reduced bomb load's not... I mean, even then, that's still pretty good. That's like 2 sallies, really. That range is phenomenal. That's a good range. It's well protected. It's not armoured, but it's well protected. Huh, interesting. Helens, yep. Yeah, you can see how that compares to the actual Helen over here. Hickory. Dickory dock. Float equipped. Carrier capable. Light bomber, okay. As we have the A675. So that's a night fighter variant. Supposedly, I don't think it has any radar or anything like that, so I can't see why it'd be any better at night fighting. But I might be missing it, to be fair. That's a upward facing 30mm. Do we have a upward facing 20mm here as well? Okay. That's pretty mad. Oh, hello. KI-85. That's another heavy bomber there. That's pretty cool, actually. There's a lot of new options here, really. A lot of new options. Yep, Emily's. Emily 2. God, I wish I had those. Range is just amazing. Even the A6K4, I mean, my god, that thing's brilliant. Having more of them would just be a dream. As we have the B5R Cape there, the C5M2 Babs. Alright, Babs. D4Y1C Judy, that's really handy as well. Phenomenal range there. D4Y2C Judy. Very nice there. Speed's pretty damn good. 360, sorry, 343, 360 is very nice there. Okay. Torpedo bombers then. Yep. Speed's good. You can see also the speed makes a difference there. Not armoured. Is that armoured reconnaissance? Okay. K95, yeah. So that's the 83, it seems. Or it might be... No, that's the 83, but it seems. But it's a reconnaissance. We have an armoured reconnaissance. Is that the Emily? Okay, it's armoured. I guess that comes in handy. I can't really see how often it does come in handy, but it comes in handy, I suppose, every now and then. Cool. Skyrocket. Wow. So dual-engined American fighter. When is that available? That's available pretty early. It's pretty fast. It's got decent range there. Yeah, okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. A Lancer. Looks like a Buffalo. Looks like some different variations of Warhawks here, but then again, I'm definitely not familiar with the Allied order, well, equipment really. Seen plenty of Airacobras. Wow. Yeah, look at that, a torpedo bomber. That's impressive. I'm liking it, okay. Mosquitoes. I think we have some French as well, actually. Let's take a look. So I see an Australian over there. A dragon. Cool. Kind of looks like a dragon as well, actually. So I see an Australian, British. Probably lots of different ones I'm going past right now. But I'm kind of interested to see what the French are like. Free French. Look at that. That's a nice picture, actually. So what do we have here then? So we have free, that's Dutch. H75, 323, the Marine. 368. It's got a nice armament with the 20 mils. Range ain't bad. Looks like its maneuverability is pretty good. Hurricanes out here. Spitfires. Okay. Float fighter, very pretty. Corsairs, yep. Free French Corsairs. I'm liking the actual tail having the flag there. Wow. That's an interesting looking one. Okay. So that's actually rather interesting then. So the Free French obviously have quite a mix of aircraft of their own, other nationalities of course. Thunderbolt there is very nice. Cool. 432 there. With 7.5s. Okay. It is fast. But yeah, 7.5s, I guess it can. And against things that are unarmored like most Japanese aircraft, but even then at that point. What in there? That's a... That's a lot of cannon. That's a lot of cannon. That's an absurd amount of cannon. It's not bad gun value here. Yeah, so the Mitchell there. With its absurd amount of roundings. But yeah, then indeed we do the PPJ. With that 75mm cannon. Just awesome. Literally a tank in an aircraft. And then we do have the French over here. Cool. Raiders. Not entirely sure if that is a aircraft that's normally in, but that's interesting. 37mm cannon there, wow. Super Fortress there. Cool. Let's see, load. The Lancaster Special, yeah, wow. You're not going to, can you imagine being hit by a 12,000-pound bomb? My god. That would hurt. B-32 Dominator. B-29. B-19, that's interesting. So I wonder if this is like an earlier variant. Yeah, it's available much earlier. My bloody god, look at that range. Okay, wow, so the Allies could have essentially B-29 much earlier. That's a scary prospect. I'm not a fan of that. What the hell? Oh, it's the Soviets, isn't it? Nice. Liking it. So some very nice aircraft there. What do we have then on the top end of speed? As the P-80 Shooting Stars in the base game as well. Arrives very late though. So I don't think it's ever going to be something you see. P-51 Mustang. Very nice. Tiger Cat. Yeah. Twin Mustang. Thunderbolt over there. Thunderbolt is just all engine. Tiger Cat. The King Cobra. Seen a Tempest over here. Very nice. So some pretty nasty looking fighters there. Armoured. Wow, look at that. 2 armour. I don't think I've ever really seen anything with more than 1 armour. To be honest. AL-10s, wow. I tell you what, the French there with that. My, and it's carrier capable. Wow. Okay. It's about as maneuverable as a shoe being thrown out of the air. But it's really bloody armoured and it's got a lot of firepower. I mean, that bomb load isn't exactly spectacular, but that's nasty. You would not really want to be encountering that, to be honest. P63, yep. Okay. Intriguing. Intriguing is the word. So let's take a look. It looks like there are 2 Kiribatais. Kiribatai! Kagehiru Shoru Shokaku Zuikaku Kagi Rikaku. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit bored today, so I'm just having fun with it, really. I'm just trying to do a French impression of a Japanese person, but I can't even speak Japanese or French, or just in general at all, really. But okay, so we do have some battlecruisers in there, and plenty of destroyers, a few battleships in here as well. Cool, liking it. And whereabouts are you then? So you would be heading out there to hit Pearl Harbor, and we have you here. Okay, so IGN cruisers there, led by carriers, of course. Okay, so that looks like it's actually sent out there to hit Manila. Interesting, it is a magic move task force as well, which is actually very interesting. If I take a look at these magic move task forces, don't think it'll show the names here. Yeah, there you go. So you can see all the ones with the actual stars there, the asterisks, I think they're called. Those are all magic move task forces. Let's take a look at the army. So, infantry divisions then. Hang on a second, what was that? Oh, right, okay. Right, that's more like it. Shanghai SLF. That's pretty powerful though, isn't it, for an SLF unit? I'm liking the fact that they actually have a nice amount of artillery there. It's not bad at all, really. Not bad at all. Okay, let's take a look at the actual army then. 301st Division. I don't know if there's any different tanks or anything like that. Special Assault Divisions are different. Okay. So we've got quite a few medium tanks in there. 21st Army. And even the Imperial Guard Division doesn't have the medium tanks. So these guys look to actually have medium tanks as part of their table equipment. So that looks to be the major outstanding thing here as far as I can tell. It looks like they have more firepower essentially. Their load is larger. I'd imagine that's obviously with the additional armor in there. 4th Division. Yeah, I mean this is it. It's a pretty strong division there, really. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay. So a lot of different possibilities. I've not even taken a look at the American side. I've not even really got a good grasp of what industry is looking like for Japan. I mean, we'd have to take a look at actual airfields and etc. A lot of options. A lot more support assets. Just a lot more, really. Actually, if we take a look then. So, allied ships then. We'll take a look and sort by armor, perhaps then. Oh, durability. We'll go by durability then. That's a good one. So do you see that we have the Montana class? Okay. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. 16-inch guns, yeah, okay, lots of armor. That's the Alsace. Yep. That's impressive. 380mm guns there, yeah, very impressive. Iowa, New Jersey. See the Vanguard over here. Love the look of the Vanguard. We see the Midway class. Yep, 137 aircraft. Yep, sign me right up. She's fast as well. Well armoured. Very durable. Guess Queen. Gascoigne. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's a big old boy. The Massachusetts. Indiana, South Dakota. King William. Battle Cruiser. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Huh. I mean, 34 knots is actually very nice. So seeing Washington, New Carolina, Constitution class, battle cruiser there. It's just crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Lyon. A French carrier, wow. French battleships in here. Richelieu. I'm impressed. I'm liking it. Okay, we'll take a look at which is the actual fastest ship then. So we'll sort by cruise. That's ridiculous. 28 knot cruise is just crazy. My god, that's so fast. You can really see why these ships were marvels of their times there. The Queen Mary and the Queen Elizabeth. Impressive. Then we have a Joffrey. 25 knots. That is just... it's just... That's fast. That is very fast. 22 knot cruise speed. That's just ridiculous. These look to be French. So you have a very fast French fleet there. 40 knot destroyers there at max. Yeah. That's impressive. Look at that. 43 knots there. 22 knot cruise. I'm impressed. Okay. There we go. We've had a quick look around. I don't know why it's of any use. It's probably not of any use, but I guess if you guys were actually somewhat curious, at least you get to see. I'll probably do like a modded playthrough one day. One day, when I've got the time and probably an opponent. But it's something to bear in mind for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's just been me just satisfying my boredom, really. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Until next time. Tanahinka Banzai. See you next time, guys.